Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first ever Accessibility Symposium, Bridging Gaps, Building Inclusion. We're thrilled to have you all here today. We've made every effort to ensure this event is as accessible as possible. For those who need it, we have a sign language interpreter available. If you require any assistance during the symposium, please raise your hand and one of our volunteers will come to help you. Water stations are located at the back of the conference room and the washrooms are just outside on the left side. We're excited to kickstart this important program. So without further ado, let us have a great symposium, and I'm going to be your moderator host today for today's event. So let me introduce myself. My name is Asha Sreedhar, and I have autism spectrum disorder and Asperger syndrome. So I would like to share my story and journey of my autism life. So I was born in a country called Malawi, which is located next to Mozambique, Tanzania, and South Central Africa. When I was in preschool, I was 4 years old, a teacher noticed that something was wrong with me because I was outside trying to catch butterflies and playing with the farm animals instead of learning in the classroom with other children. She mentioned this to my parents, that I think there's something wrong with your daughter because she's not in the class learning with other kids. She's into nature. You need to get her checked, and I don't know what is the problem or the issue. So because the country was not very developed, my parents took me to South Africa to meet with a lot of doctors and specialists. Unfortunately, they couldn't find out what was the problem. They said maybe lack of motor skills and it's probably dyslexia. After that, my parents took me back to Malawi and put me in an institute where they gave some speech therapy, games, and cognitive therapy with a therapist who came all the way from South Africa. After that, I got enrolled in a British private school in Malawi, where the students and the school staff were accepting, inclusive, friendly, encouraging, and supportive. They encouraged me to study well and participate in numerous extracurricular activities like sports, dancing, theater arts, young farmers club, art, etc. But as the academics started becoming more difficult for me, my family and I took a firm decision to move to the US, especially for me, because we didn't have the resources there for my autism help. So after moving to US at a young age, I got enrolled in an American school where the school staff gave loads of paperwork, assessments, tests, and diagnosed me as having autism spectrum disorder and Asperger syndrome. The school went out of the way to help me by providing special education services and speech therapy services until 6th grade. And then after that, I was on my own with academics. But the school was challenging for me as I faced bullying, teasing, taunting, and exclusion where the kids wouldn't play with me and include me in activities. I didn't bother about that though. I managed to focus on my academics and do well in school. And then during my school years, I participated in a little bit of extracurricular activities, and I also learned driving and obtained a driver license to drive a car. I graduated from high school, and then I enrolled myself in a local 2-year college as I was not ready to go to a 4-year university due to it being a fast-paced environment. So I was on my own in the local community college with the help of tutors and professors. And then as the college saw my commitment towards the college, they inducted me into a 2-year honor society where I got to participate in numerous extracurricular activities and gave me the highest honors for my degree and the honor society. I graduated from that college with the highest honors and a degree. After that, I started applying for many jobs related to my major, but unfortunately, it was hard to get employment as employers said I lacked work experience and was new to the workforce. Not only that, it was a healthcare industry, so patients' lives were at risk. And it was also risky. If doctors make a mistake, hospitals will be in big trouble. Somehow, after struggling for employment, I got my foot into many doctors' offices, hospitals, and clinics, worked a few jobs, but unfortunately, those jobs were hard for me to sustain, as they required extensive customer service interaction and multitasking. But however, one of my managers observed me on the job and said, I think you are good with IT, like with computers and devices, so I think you must pursue a career in the IT sector and leave the healthcare administration major. With my parents' help, we moved back to India in 2014, and we found a local software testing institute where I learned the theory and internship and obtained 2 certificates. After that, with my aunt's tremendous and miraculous help, we reached out to an organization called Enable India as they were participating in the Autism at Work program. I enrolled myself in the second batch of the Autism at Work program, where I was the only girl with 10 boys, and we were like a family. We used to play pranks and joke, and we did the training there. After the training got completed, I got selected for SAP Labs India Private Limited, where I am still working today. And this will be my 9th year with the company. And I'm working there as a quality associate, where I focus mostly on testing activities. And I also participate in a lot of autism events and activities where I give speeches, participate in panel discussions, and other things. I hand over the mic to Rakesh to speak.